Rams offense ready for their first possession of this second half. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Here down the field will fall incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
अब शायद आ जाए. अबे फेक क्यों दिया? अब भाग.
Offense ready to take over once again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. play action. He'll set up to throw. This throw right side is caught by Adams. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball pretty far downfield as he was being fed. Really says a lot about how strong this
हो गया। ले लिया क्या ये मोटिवेशनल? भाई मेरा आवाज आ रहा है क्या? मेरा साउंड आ रहा है क्या, बताना। रग्बी, हाँ वो अलग टाइप के गेम, बहुत बोरिंग कर दिया वो क्रिकेट वाले। मेरे साउंड आ रहा है? मुझे लगता नहीं आ रहा है। हेलो हेलो हेलो, मेरा साउंड आ रहा है क्या? भाग भी के बोस, भाग भाग भी के बोस। आ रहा है साउंड? अच्छा अच्छा। बैकग्राउंड साउंड बहुत आ रहा है ना? हाँ, इसका कुछ हुआ है शायद। मैं डायरेक्ट PS5 से कर रहा हूँ, इसका कुछ हो रहा है, कुछ कर रहा है। क्या हो गया? ये वो डायरेक्ट PS5 से कर रहा हूँ ना, शायद PS5 का ही कुछ होगा। बैकग्राउंड करने से इसको ठीक कैसे करूँ? ये कैप्चर ऑप्शन है, सप्रेशन ऑन नहीं? हाँ हाँ, सप्रेशन ऑन है। भाई खतरनाक आवाज आ रहा है मुझे लग रहा है। ओ। शशु जी के साथ जब खेला था शायद उसमें कुछ मैंने उनके साउंड के लिए कुछ छेड़खानी किया था होगा, इसीलिए ऐसा हुआ। कोई पंखा चल रहा है तेज है ना? हाँ रुको एक मिनट। बूस्ट वॉइस, हाई पिच, बूस्ट क्वाइट। हेलो हेलो, एम्पलीफाई वॉइस, नथिंग, स्ट्रॉन्ग लेवल, मीडियम, वीक। तो कैसे ठीक करूं? छोड़ो। NBA नहीं है इसके पास में। NBA कहाँ हो? तो इसके पास NBA कहाँ होता है? ये स्पोर्ट्स NBA कहाँ लाते हैं? शायद अब ठीक हो जाए, पता नहीं.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They'll go with him again. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. Talk things over before third down.
On the set. Liking 18.
This looks like a design run. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. Fourth and goal. Here's a design run for the end zone. He loses the football. And the defense has come up with it. Not only no points, but they turn it over deep in their own territory. So it's a win here for the Rams. They are moving on. As the #1 seed, the victory means they locked out another home date next weekend as they look to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.
Back now in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. We're in quarter number 2, and it's the Rams in possession of the football. From the 38 now, here's second down at 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll drop this Stephanie Williams. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's another Rams first down.
A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. Go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
That's another Rams first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Well, that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 6 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now back to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk the line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
On the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Incomplete on the deep ball. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
The 20-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's complete to Adams. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there. As that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
43-yard line.
To throw now on first down. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. third down. Here's Williams. Diggins through the contact. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up fourth down.
The attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They go play action here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
On the coverage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
In a 4th down.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Going to be taken in here by McCool. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
That's good for a Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Pass complete down in the corner.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10
It's taken a while for this offense to get
line.
going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. At the 60.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Let's go. Check go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Well, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The Rams offense now making their
क्या कर रहे हो तुम?
And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. So left side here, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 46-yard line.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense.
He is the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. That is caught. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
2nd and 3.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Reed Blankenship on the coverage.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60.
On the option to give to Williams here.
And he'll get this out to about the
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4th down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A pick up of 5 that time and a 1st down. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there.
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse. That gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route and worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through three. That was impressive.
हेलो 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 बहुत साउंड आ रहा है क्या? इतना क्यों आवाज़ आते हैं? ऑडियो आउटपुट बहुत आवाज़ आते हैं यार. हेलो हेलो. अरे सप्रेशन वप्रेशन कुछ नहीं है. क्या आवाज़ है भाई. क्या आवाज़ है. हेलो 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 हेलो. कितना आवाज़ आते हैं यार. इतना गंदा आवाज़ आते हैं यार.
And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say...
Welcome back, everyone, to beautiful Southern California and the NFL on EA Sports. It's Rams football as we jump into the action in the first quarter of play.
Here we go, sack.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mike Green able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. On third down, he'll drop to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. The sack there by Roquan Smith. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown. Williams, 96 yards. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all.
ये देखो आवाज सुनो, वाव वाव वाव, आवाज सुनना, खतरनाक आवाज होगा, इसलिए बंद कर दिया हूं मैं.
The Rams getting set to go now.
तो सही हो गया ना, ठीक है. अरे इस टाइम पे बहुत वो माइक बहुत अजीब गरीब आवाज कर रहे थे.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know.
अजीब गरीब आवाज कर रहे थे काफी, इसलिए मैंने हटा दिया था. शायद उसके लिए होगा, स्पीकर के लिए होगा शायद.
Possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7.
भाग 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 भाग. अरे यार नहीं भाग पाए. आईपीएल बोरिंग हो चुके हैं. इतना लंबा मैच टूर्नामेंट कहाँ देखूं, है ना. इतना लंबा टूर्नामेंट कहाँ, इतना समय सबके लिए.
receivers. Tackling isn't
अब
everyone's
बेल्ले जो है उन लोग देखते
In
रहेंगे.
this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
इतना लंबा टूर्नामेंट देख के क्या है?
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to have the Rams first down.
मैं लेके ही भाग गया भाई.
On 3rd down, he winds up getting 7.
मुझे तो अच्छा ही नहीं लगता. मैं किधर दौड़ूं? अरे भाग.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
बात वो नहीं, MI क्वालिफाई नहीं हुई उसमें. MI का किया है. ओके.
Second and 9.
मैं क्या उतना अच्छा टीम नहीं है. ओके ओके है. अरे मुझे तो बोरिंग ही लगता है. MI हो जो भी हो. अब नहीं देखता मैं इस बात.
Every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
अब गेम भी खेल रहा हूँ उसमें भी बोरिंग लग रहा है. गेम भी खेल रहा हूँ उसमें भी तो बोरिंग लग रहा है.
Showing off the pass rush skills. So that now 4 first half
साथ
sacks.
साथ
This pass rush has been unrelenting.
गेम खेला आज. क्या बोरिंग लग रहा था गेम.
So far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
तबीयत खराब हो गए हैं.
Down the sideline he goes. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 147 yards for him on the ground so far tonight.
तो उस दिन हो गया ना बहुत 4-5 दिन हुआ होगा फुटबॉल खेला था. इसके बाद जब क्रिकेट पे आया भाई ये क्या गेम है इतना बोरिंग. अच्छा कॉफ खांसी. हाँ तब तो होगा दिक्कत.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson.
Pass for a loss.
Lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going.
मैं दौड़ के जाऊं क्या?
Loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
हो गया. ऑसम. भाग गया भाई. बीच में माइक मैं डायरेक्ट PS5 से खेल रहा हूँ ना इसलिए मतलब स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ डायरेक्ट PS5 से. पीसी से इतना टाइम तक कर रहा था. 2 बार बारिश हुआ 3 बार बारिश हुआ मतलब कट गया था. बारिश हो रहा हवा दे रहा था और कट जा रहा था. पीसी में पता नहीं कौन सा इशू है वो ऑफ हो जाता है. पीसी डायरेक्ट ऑफ हो जाते हैं मतलब जब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का फ्लक्चुएट होता है ना तब. इसके बाद क्या करूं 2-3 बार कर लिया. 2 बार हो गया. मैं बोला छोड़ो अब इसको ही खेलता हूँ. डायरेक्ट PS5 से ही खेल लेता हूँ. तो अब तो गेम नहीं खेल रहे हैं ना. क्या ही खेलोगे गेम. क्रिकेट का इतना बोरिंग कर दिया उन्होंने. पता नहीं इतना बोरिंग लगने लग गया. कंप्लीटेड पास ऑन द रन. फुटबॉल खेलने के बाद फिर से जब यहाँ पे रिटर्न आया कि ठीक है चलो मैनेजर मोड खेलते हैं. कोई भी मतलब खेलते हैं टीम लेके. ये क्या चल रहा है इतना इतना बोरिंग क्यों लग रहा है. बूस्टर दिया है, बूस्टर दिया तो नहीं है। कब कहीं खाने को मन है या खाने में दिक्कत है? खाने का मन नहीं करता, ऐसा है क्या? ये स्कोर है। मतलब खाने में होता है ना कि खाने का मन नहीं करता, खाना घुसते नहीं है। तुम्हारे तुम्हारे से खा रहा हूँ, मतलब मैं ठीक चल रहा है ना। टीचर्स में काफ़ी होते हैं खांसी वगैरह में ना, खाने खाना घुसता नहीं है अंदर। उसके लिए एक पॉलीवियन का एक सिरप मिलता है, वो खाने से आ जाता है। नॉर्मली भी खा सकते हो इसका, पॉलीवियन अच्छा ही है। अरे कितना टाइम लगा लिया ये। घुसेड़ देता हूँ और क्या। ओ, थोड़ा सा हुआ। और थोड़ा जल्दी देना पड़ेगा। नाइस, अब धीरे धीरे समझ में आ गया, खेल खेल के समझ में आ गया थोड़ा सा। शाबाश। शाबाश। हो गया। घुसेड़ देता हूँ और क्या। अलग बात है, घुसेड़ देना। घुसेड़ घुसेड़ घुसेड़। ओ यार, अब सही चल रहा है स्ट्रीम। साले इस टाइम पे कितना डिस्टर्ब किया मेरे को, बहुत डिस्टर्ब किया मुझे आज। इसके बाद डायरेक्ट PS5 से किया, उसमें डिस्टर्ब हो रहा था माइक का काफ़ी डिस्टर्ब हो रहे थे। ये कहाँ जा रहा है? क्या डालूं? एंगल वाला डीप अटैक पकड़ लेगा, यही करता हूँ शायद, डीप अटैक ही करता हूँ।
He gets too much
समझ में आ गया थोड़ा सा अभी.
A quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On the option, here's Williams. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Slants.
He does a nice job.
Devel in.
Safety position.
HB
Power.
power.
Keeps this
Shock.
modest gain at best.
Here now,
Run and
second
tendency.
9 from the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's out wide to Williams.
भाग सकता था ना मैं.
To get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped.
Run.
And that play
Pass
recognition,
tendency ही करना
it
पड़ेगा.
separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And this ball
अरे क्यों फेंक दिया मैं.
There you see Sean McVay, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Rams. His team heading back onto the field. And Greg, it's the time of year where those veterans know they're going to make the team. They're going to be on the roster for the opener.
यार क्रिकेट के गेम में यार ये स्पोर्ट्स ही आना चाहिए
How
यार.
did you approach the preseason?
Yeah, certainly different when I was
ये
a
स्पोर्ट्स
rookie
क्यों
or
नहीं
early
आते.
in my career than I was towards the
कितना
back.
दुख लगता
No
है.
question. And I think as I got older in the league and a little bit more established, my priorities of what I wanted out of those games, Mike, I think might have changed a little bit, right? I wanted to feel what it was like to get tackled. I wanted to feel what it was like just getting in and out of the
तो देखो कितना इंटेंस रहता है गेम में.
getting into the operation of the game. It wasn't necessarily about how many catches or trying to make the roster, but it was the next step, preparing myself.
भाग और ये धक्का मार दिया इसके साले. तो कोई ना अच्छा हुआ है अभी तक तो अच्छा हुआ. Slot outs, pass tendency रखता हूँ.
All leading up to being healthy and ready to go come week 1 of the regular season.
To the air now on first and 10.
लेके जाएगा लेके गया मिस कर दिया सालो.
And it's incomplete. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Now, faking the give.
भाग.
Short pass taken in by the
शाबाश.
tight end. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down. Off the play fake. He'll look
भाग जा 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 भाग. ओ भाग गया भाई.
and a first down.
उसको लगा मैं इतना पास दूंगा नहीं दूंगा. अटेम्प्ट तो किया था पास के लिए लेकिन ये इतना लग रहा है पास टेंडेंसी यही यूज करूं.
You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket. And when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Rush to his right.
अरे इस बार हुआ नहीं सक्सेस. या इस बार पकड़ लिया.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
लॉन्ग थ्रो कामयाब नहीं.
Hands in there and break it up.
पर्पस से आगे नहीं जा पाएंगे ना.
Instead, it sets up a third down. They'll throw out of the gun.
चला जा. इस बार कामयाब हुआ है थोड़ा सा.
He's got it.
औसम.
He's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on third and 16.
And they decide to bring pressure here on third down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
स्टार्ट हो गया ना. पास टेंडेंसी.
Here's first and 10.
चेंज क्यों हो जाते हैं. ओके ठीक है.
They'll look to throw.
औसम 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 हो गया लग रहा है. नहीं बना थोड़े के लिए बाकी था.
Just shy of the goal line.
हो गया क्या. हाँ हो गया हो गया.
They get 24 on that one.
Awesome.
Just like that. It's first and and goal.
First and goal, Los Angeles.
स्टिक कीवी जोन, मैं भागता हूँ. अरे टाइम ही
So,
खत्म.
not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first
Cut.
quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
हुआ ही
And we're
नहीं,
back
या
in
थोड़े के लिए हुआ नहीं.
after this.
6 पॉइंट मिल जाते.
Second quarter now. Rams
मिस
in
कर दिया
control
यार.
of the football.
6 पॉइंट हो जाते
Taker
थे.
alert on first and goal.
फर्स्ट क्वार्टर पे मिल जाते थे 6 पॉइंट. जाने क्या चाहे मन, बाबरा.
So the Black Hole celebrates. It's a win for the Raiders. As we move closer to the
अखियन
regular
मेरे,
season, they'll wrap up the preseason with the finale next week before we get it going for real.
सावन चला, अखियन मेरे. Advance to regular season chapter objectives. सावन चला, throw under pressure. ब्रेक सिक कर दूं क्या? ब्रेक सिक भी चाहिए था क्या? सजना थ्रो पास टीडी कौन है बे? मंजिल जावे हवे. डीप रूट प्रिसिशन, डीप रूट्स. ये डीप रूट्स मूविंग हॉटस्पॉट. डीप रूट प्रिसिशन देखता हूँ. सजना सुबन बे. QB deep roots, few control to smaller response. देख रहे हैं. ज़्यादा ही चला गया था. 100 पीस. awesome. अरे अरे इस बार तो हुआ ही नहीं. आहा नहीं हो रहा. इस बार हुआ है. इस बार हुआ है. गलत टाइम. तेरी सांस सांस में गेम डे बीट pre-season.
Welcome back, everyone, to the NFL on EA Sports. We'll pick up the action back in the second quarter. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. It's complete, 2-2 out route. They had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Texans closing in, and they get
अरे
to it.
सैक क्यों हो जाता हूँ बे
3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 46-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49.
It's a gain of 4.
He's driving some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now throw, 3rd and long. Nakua naps this one along the sideline. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down. Come the Rams on offense. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining.
रन टेंडेंसी करता हूँ
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's good for our Rams.
So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our comment.
So make a check of that win column for the Rams. And this victory is going to give them a nice shot at confidence.
चलो हो गया बहुत खेल लिया हो गया भाई बहुत खेल लिया खाना खा के फर फ्राई खेलता फर फ्राई हो गया बाय बाय सभी को गुड नाइट